All right, guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video slash podcast. How you doing today, Afton?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today, Sammy?
I'm pretty good. Since we love Star Wars and Lego so much, we thought we'd do another video talking about Halo today. We are sponsored by Prime, not actually, but we are. So today's video, we're gonna talk about Halo, kind of the future of it. Halo has always been a well-loved game, a revolutionary game. If you know anything about FPS games, just shooting video games, just video games in general. Since 2001 and its release, right? The main attraction for Halo originally that brought a lot of people to it was the story, right? There was a very intriguing story of Halo, very original. The gameplay was groundbreaking. We had never had great gameplay, first person like that ever. And it was just revolutionary for its time, and it kind of kept getting bigger and bigger as time went on. The game has been one of, if not the most played split screen games ever, up until really Halo 5. And that's why I personally think, and I do believe a lot agree with this, why Halo 5 did so poorly, because it kind of started to pull away from the original predecessors of Halo with the split screen story wise, a lot of it.
Just because Halo has had such a big following, everything that they add has been innovative. Like they had such an amazing Halo Combat Evolved, the first one. So Halo 2, they added something crazy. They added dual wielding, and then they added abilities in Halo 3 and 4 like jetpack and armor lock. So many other cool features. The newest Halo, Halo Infinite, featured a lot less of a linear campaign, but had a lot of cool features as well, like the grapple hook. You had the whatever that pushy thing is where you push back the grenades. It's really cool features that they added. And the campaign, instead of a straightforward story like Halo 1 through 5 has been, is a lot more open world if you haven't played it. You basically get set free and you get to choose where to go next. Halo Infinite features a battle pass and gets new seasons every few months with a free to play multiplayer mode. If you paid for Halo Infinite, you paid for the campaign. It was $60 at its release, and the multiplayer was free.
Halo Infinite, this most recent Halo drop, its story was pretty great. I think its story was loved by most people, but it did kind of come to a resounding end, and it left a lot of questions. What's next for Halo? The story, the game, all of it. The ending of Halo's campaign is pretty open-ended, but at the same time is closed, right? There's not a lot to be discovered that we haven't already discovered. We could try to pick up where their path left off, but it feels like we're just kind of going in a circle at that point. Will they
Yeah.
make a new game, including new multiplayer, characters that we see? Part of the battle passes, we're kind of seeing these characters introduced to the storyline, kind of similar to like Halo 4's Spartan Ops, if you're familiar with that at all. Or they do something similar to Call of Duty, where every game will be open up to multiplayer, and there will be a separate campaign per game. Who knows? It's all in jeopardy right now because every single game since pretty much Halo 4 has just been a variation, very different from the original 4.
This is honestly crazy. Honestly crazy. The other characteristic from Halo 5 that wasn't liked by a lot of people was the fact that it wasn't just Master Chief. Halo 1 through 4, everyone loved. Halo 5 came out 14 years after the first one, so people playing it wanted to play it for nostalgia. And they introduced Spartan Locke on top of Master Chief. So that didn't get liked well for two big reasons, in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like the fact that you couldn't play split screen in a game built off of split screen, which is kind of valid. And a lot of people didn't like that half the game was not about Master Chief, their favorite character. There's so many different paths they could take this down. They could bring back Spartan Locke and Fireteam Osiris and do something with them, but that didn't do very well in Halo 5, so why would they try and bring that back? They proved that Master Chief is the very basis of Halo. That's why they call it the Master Chief Edition, the whole series where it's Master Chief. But if they make something else based on Master Chief, the entire campaign of Halo, the story, has been based around Master Chief trying to find Cortana and trying to his relationship with Cortana. Because the first couple of games he was just with Cortana and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden they got separated. He thought she was dead. Blah blah blah. But very end of Halo Infinite, spoiler alert. Yeah, too late. It's been 2 years. Spoiler alert, she died. So Cortana's dead now. Are they going to continue Master Chief without Cortana? Is Halsey going to have, there's a classified duplicate of Cortana somewhere, a duplicate of Master Chief that she made back in 1999 or some weird crap like that? I don't know. There's so many possibilities. But Halo has made its money off of they're reselling their games, and they just made the biggest part of the newest game free. Are they just going to be like Fortnite now, where they sell skins and battle passes? Or are they going to release a campaign every couple of years? And this campaign, they're going to still try and sell for $60. Because if you try and sell a campaign for $60, it has to be an amazing campaign. And a lot of people just bought Halo Infinite because, well, I mean, personally, Halo's such a freaking amazing franchise as is. I want to see what this new one's about at the bare minimum. Halo Infinite lived up to the standard a bit better, at least, than Halo 5 did, but I honestly don't know where they're going to take it from here.
The only other thing I could, I guess, show up in addition was something that we saw brought to Halo Infinite was the connections to the Halo Wars series, right? Atriox and the Banished. That is strongly from Halo Wars 2. And that whole Halo Wars arc kind of has its separate arc with the Covenant, the Flood, and the Banished. They could possibly keep adding on to that, right? Because all of Halo Infinite is basically based on the Banished, right? It's familiar. It looks like the Covenant, but it's not the Covenant, right? The Covenant is pretty much eradicated. It's just the Banished, the Forerunner, and glimpses of the Flood. So maybe they are going to keep the story of Halo Wars, because Halo Wars' story isn't completely dead. It's still very intriguing. So maybe they added something off of that. But that's the only other real possibility I see for them right now. Besides just making, a money grab game, which just seems to be common these days for video games.
Yeah. I mean, they could do a prequel, but at the same time, they don't leave a lot of room in between games to do a prequel. I mean, it just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really it. Anything else after you really want to cover?
That's about it for me.
Let us know what you guys think. I know not all of you guys are Halo fans, but Halo is a pretty consequential game in the storyline of just video games. And it's one of our favorites. Let us know what you guys thought of Halo Infinite. Let us know what you guys think about, going forward, what the Halo franchise and Microsoft should do with that, because that's a pretty big franchise, and they've kind of fumbled the bag the last couple of games. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. With that, we hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like. Don't forget to hit that follow and download if you're on podcast. And with that, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.